Okay, I got quite a treat for you guys. I don't know if you've got these in your area, but these are gourmet mushrooms. And this woman had posted them on Facebook, which was about, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes away. And she was selling these for $10 a pound. Now, regular mushrooms you get for about $7 a pound around here that you get in your local Walmarts. But these are gourmet mushrooms, and she grows these and she sells them to the gourmet restaurants in Nashville, Tennessee. And she makes a living doing this, and she makes a very good living. I mean, she was selling 80 to 150 pounds of mushrooms twice a week, which at $10 a pound, she's making anywhere between $800 and $1,500 a crack. And twice a week. I mean, that's a nice little income. But since the COVID hit, she told me that she's dropped way down to half because most of your restaurants are closed, right? Well, I told her I wanted a variety, and I gave her 20 bucks, and I said, I'd like to try a little bit of each. And she gave me more. She said she probably gave me $30 worth. She said she really wanted me to really see which ones I enjoyed, which was really nice of her. Now, this one here is lion's mane. This one here is Snow White oyster. And this one is Pipino, from what I see from that. So let's open this up. This is lion's mane, which is really nice. It's like a furry mushroom. And I tasted these, and this one tasted a little bit more than the ones in the store. So I didn't see a lot of difference with this one. These are oyster mushrooms here on the right. Okay? The way these are. And they were a little bit stronger tasting. Maybe I'd say by a factor of 1. And then I tried these. And these were hard. These actually had a hardness to them. And they were quite a bit a woodier taste to it. Which I thought was pretty cool. Now, let's move this one over. And move this one in. This one has blue oyster and black pearl. Is what she gave me in this one. Look at these mushrooms. They are gorgeous. Look at that. And I mean, they're humongous. When I pull this out of the box, I mean, look at this. That's one gob of mushroom right there. Look at the size of that. Okay? And these taste really good. I mean, wow, as May's just eaten them, they taste fantastic, is what they do. Now, I've seen some pictures, on her website, on Facebook. And what was interesting about this was she had a concrete pad with an all-glass building. It didn't look all that big. She put shells in it. She wrapped it in plastic, and it looked like she was on a sprinkler system that would control how much moisture was put in there. Now, how much work goes into growing these, I don't really know, but I know this much. It was really cool to find somebody that was completely something different I could get in my area. Like, I go to Etheridge, Tennessee, which is maybe an hour away, and during the summer months, I mean, I can get green peppers, tomatoes, I mean, you name it, cucumbers, I can get it very, very cheap. And it's grown by the Amish, and it's really, really healthy because it's all grown in the field. Compared to buying it at Walmart, where they shoot up the tomatoes with air, where they shoot them up with water. I mean, it's like nothing is good for you in a grocery store anymore. So this came up, and I was like, I got to go try these. Now, this woman has said to me when she goes to Nashville, if I want more, she says that she'll let me know when she's traveling through, and I could meet her at the highway. Now, that's only 25 minutes from me. So if I let her know, I can say, hey, I'd like to get 20 pounds of this particular mushroom. Then she'll meet me at the highway. I could swing down there. It's only a 25-minute drive. Pay for the mushrooms. And I could gas up my vehicle because that is the cheapest place for getting gas around here. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And she's willing to meet me there. But I thought it was quite interesting on what she's growing. And it's not like she has a cave or anything. She does this in greenhouses in her backyard. But maybe something somebody else wants to consider if, you don't have any competition for that. Should you grow these mushrooms and set up a couple greenhouses and then contact the local restaurants when this whole thing's over with and start providing them, gourmet mushrooms for their meals, especially steakhouses and shrimp places and stuff like this. This woman's on to something. And I mean, when I figured out when she talked a little bit, I was like, this woman's making anywhere between $3,000 and $12,000 a month, depending on the month. I mean, she's definitely making over $100,000 a year. And all she has is little greenhouses in her backyard. She probably buys these mushrooms in straw bales already and just sets them on the shelf and then the water goes. She's not running these from the seeds or anything. She's probably buying them already set up. And then because that was kind of the idea I got when I looked at the pictures on the website of hers. But I'm sure these particular mushrooms that I gave you the names for, you could do the searching for and look it up. Or maybe you'd want to try growing some yourself and do some Google searching and look into these different tasting mushrooms. But most of these mushrooms had a very lighter taste compared to your Walmart mushroom, the top bell ones, except for these ones. These ones were a lot harder, a lot more sturdier. It looks like you would use these in a soup. It looks like you would use. Now, can you imagine taking this one and cutting some of this up and putting it on the side of a salad, and then a person eats it and they're like, wow, that really tastes good. It really gives a whole new, meaning to your restaurant of what you're running. And that's why they're willing to pay this for these particular mushrooms here. So, like I said, I'll close these up, but I'm going to enjoy them with my steak. And I can't even get that in there now. And like I said, that's a blue oyster mushroom and a black pearl mushroom is what those were. And this was snow white oyster, lion's mane, and pipapino, unless I'm saying pipapino, I'm saying it wrong, the hard ones. So there's a look at some gourmet mushrooms, and these are grown right by me. Sometimes living in your small towns and just looking around a little bit, you may want to go to Facebook and say, in search of ISO in your classifieds on Facebook, and put in search of snow white oyster or lion's mane mushrooms. It might surprise you that somebody's growing them there. And like I said, I paid $10 a pound. I paid $20 for these 2 boxes. So yes, it is a little bit more than your regular mushrooms, but it does give you a little bit more variety, a little bit more taste. And I've never had this in my entire life, and I'm over 50 years old. So this is nice, trying something new that's actually in my area. So you guys might want to look into it. Who knows? You might want to go into business with it, or who knows? You might want to grow your own. A lot of possibilities for these type of mushrooms. I think you can just buy them online and set them up. More research, Google's a wonderful friend. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.